chapter 15, verse 3 and 4. Just to make it clear, each chapter in the Bhagavad Gita has corresponding verses, and the verses that I'm doing are 3 and 4, but they are combined in the Bhagavad Gita. The English translation of these verses is, or states, "The real form of this tree is not perceived in this world, neither its beginning, nor end, nor its continued existence. But this deep-rooted Ashwatha tree must be cut down with a strong axe of detachment. Then one must search out the base of the tree, which is the Supreme Lord, from whom streamed forth the activity of the universe a long time ago. Upon taking refuge in him, one will not return to this world again." Swami Mukundananda. The Ashwatha tree analogy is the main focus of this verse. It states that we as ignorant souls have been entangled in the cycle of life and death, samsara in Sanskrit, for ages and for eternity. Therefore, our understanding of the tree might be a little bit distorted. The first part of the tree, its buds, symbolize the sense objects which lead to the development of our desires. These sense objects can range anywhere from TV to food because they both fulfill one of our senses, and the senses desires to, for example, to taste something or to see something. In ignorance, we tend to make these desires our goals and strive to fulfill them. However, this action further sustains the tree and enables it to grow even more, which is just going to damage the intellect, because when we grow a desire, when we have a desire for something, it's going to lead either to greed or anger. This slide talks about who we are, what we want, and where do we go wrong in our desires. Like, do we stop making desires, or do we just put our desires towards something else? So we are the souls who, as of now, think of ourselves to be strongly associated with our bodies. That could be flesh, bones, human name, family, where we're from, etc. And that is also why, when you think about the example of when we die, we feel a pain even though we're not the body, but we associate ourselves with the body. As a result, we see the need to chase material happiness and even avail it to quench our materialistic desires in this world, regardless if that means committing a sin or committing a crime. In other words, we'll do whatever it takes. This may lead to the soul being degraded to a lower species or sentinetic, which is Hindi for hell or the nether region. In these material desires. Rather, they utilize their mind to desire tantric means, such as ritualistic ceremonies found in the Vedas. But even then, this desire does not lead to spiritual liberation or bhakti. It is not a pure desire, because it leads to the entrance into Svarg, which is heaven. And Svarg is still in the material realm. It is not in the divine realm. Now, what is preventing us from reaching this goal? What is the pothole in the road? That is material energy. Maya, the material energy, is subjecting us souls in a world to worldly happiness, including hell, heaven, and our very earth, in which we think happiness stands. Maya has pushed us back and forth between these regions due to our back being towards God, or us forgetting Him. With what do we overcome this material energy, Maya? That is the acts of detachment. With the acts of detachment, we can cut down that tree of desires that we have developed by realizing who we are and that the world is not going to satiate our soul's true desire for God. But can we overcome Maya with only self-directed detachment, or do we need a higher power to come in and interfere? We do, and that is God. We will make our life a success with the help of the Supreme Lord. We must strive for Him because He is the source of both material and spiritual creation. What do? We surrender to Him. To cross over the ocean of material existence and overcome the three modes of nature, one must surrender to the soul, the Supreme Lord. We have to take His refuge. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I hope you can implement these in your own life.